Suddenly focused national
Lift!
Rubbish, absolute rubbish. Don't know what he's talking about.
What's that to you?
Oh, some fool's written a letter.
You can put your feet down.
Hey.
I've done round you.
Oh, yeah. Says the stars of Clubland stand comparison with the music-hall greats.
Well, how does he know?
Well, it says he remembers
Who does he remember?
Will Fife and Sandy Powell.
Can you hear me, Mother? I'd almost forgotten.
Well, who's like that now?
Well, you don't know, do you?
Well, who do you see on the telly now, eh?
I think some of the people are quite good.
1,000 people out front daring you to make them laugh. They couldn't quieten them down. They wouldn't know how to start.
Well, they haven't had the opportunities, have they?
Yeah. Where they took, you think they'd seen it all.
Well, I think some of them are very good.
Yeah.
Times have changed, and a good thing, too.
Yeah. But get out of it. What do you...
Oh, Harry.
What?
Be a devil and try a smile. Just a little one for me. I can see it starting. There it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry Lesley, you're a wicked old devil.
Yeah.
No, there's still some in it.
Well, can you finish it, please?
I'll wash it up.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at that.
Fancy that, do you?
Couldn't come to any harm.
No, no.
Well, perhaps just a little.
Men are extraordinary. All the same, a young undressed female, and they all come to heel.
And aren't you all glad?
Don't be so childish.
No, hang on a
I'm
minute.
trying
Love.
to clear the table.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I just want to get on, that's all.
You're getting middle-aged in your attitudes.
Oh, well, I expect it's because that's what I am. What we both are.
Oh, very scratchy.
What are you doing today?
I'm expecting someone.
Oh.
What? Oh.
Well, can't I say oh? Just oh, that's all. I do have to clear this place up, you know.
Am I stopping you?
Well, it would help if I didn't have you under my feet all day. Even if you haven't got a job to go to.
It's all right, love. I'm getting used to being trodden on.
You do know how to boil water? Are you just going to sit round here all day?
Hey?
Well, are you going to go out, or are you just going to sit here?
No, I'll be down the grapes for one later.
Well, send one over to the poor soul on the sandwich counter.
Oh, yes, yes.
Port and lemon.
Yes, all right.
And I'll bring a nice bit of pie back for our lunch.
All right.
Oh. See ya.
Hey. Gloves.
Devil.
Oh, Mrs. Lesley?
Yes?
I was hoping to catch you.
Oh, it's a bit chilly, isn't it?
I think you must have forgotten to enclose the money.
Oh, isn't it there?
No, it isn't.
Well, I clearly remember putting it in. I remember the note sticking out of the book when I gave it to your husband.
When was this, Mrs. Lesley?
Yesterday, about this time.
Are you sure?
I'm not daft, dear. Well, if I dally, I shall be late. You have another look. Sure you'll find it.
Well,
Sorry?
you know.
No, I'm not with you.
Where is it?
Oh, the money. I'll let you have it back later.
Now.
Problem.
You, put your hand in your back pocket. Take out the money and give it to me. Where's the problem?
I need it this afternoon.
Doesn't anything I say make any difference?
Oh, no, not a lecture.
I don't have the right. Is that it?
Oh, what the...
Look, you took the money without asking. All right, you've done it before, and I dare say you'll do it again, but I'm damn well not going to have you being supercilious about it.
I'm sorry I didn't realise you'd feel so strongly about it. I'll let you have it back this afternoon, OK?
Is that all you've got to say?
Look, I've said sorry. I needed the money, so I borrowed the Leslie's rent. Borrowed, OK? If you'd been here to ask, I would have.
If you were that sure, I would have lent it you.
Oh, wouldn't you?
You know the answer to that, and you knew it yesterday. You know, Clive, I always see money going out of here, never any coming in.
What exactly are you trying to say?
Forget it, I'm sick of the subject.
No, you're trying to say I tried to steal it or something. Well, I'm sorry, as I said. I'll get it. Come in, Pete.
Well, aren't you ready?
Carl, come down and have a quick word with the trouble, OK?
You aren't married.
Well, more or less, you know. Just come and say hello, chat her up, OK? Oh, touch of the squires today.
Got to dress the part, haven't you? Get some gilt, did you, just in case something comes up?
Yes. Managed to lay my hands on a bit.
Yeah, might as well see if there's anything for us while we're there, know what I mean?
How much do you reckon we'll clear on the other, you know?
Depends what we get them for, doesn't it?
Yeah, OK. Come on. Dorothy? Dorothy?
Oh, yes, very cosy.
This is Pete.
Pleased to meet you.
Hello.
Pete's in antiques.
Oh, really?
Yes, he's very decently introducing me to some contacts.
Oh, one likes to help a mate.
Where's your shop?
Only deal with the trade. Retail ends for the mugs.
I'm sure you're not one of them, Mr.
Call me Pete.
Are you, taking some of your jewellery?
No, it's not that.
Jewellery?
Oh, sorry, I must have misunderstood.
What jewellery?
Costume jewellery. Stuff I make. Sort of a hobby, really.
Huh?
What, kind of business are you in, then?
Good business. Oh, come on, then. I wouldn't do to get there late now, would it?
Bye, Dottie.
See you, Dottie. Got your feet under the table there, all right.
She's okay.
Oh, they all are, as long as you don't marry one.
You're not Harry Lesley.
Well, am I supposed to be?
I've been ringing this bell.
Oh, he never answered it. You better go up. He's on the first floor.
Yeah. Mr. Lesley?
Yes?
Harry Lesley?
Yes, what is it?
My card.
Oh, radio producer.
I wonder if I could come in and talk to you for a moment, sir.
What, an interview?
If it's not inconvenient.
Yeah, well, come in, Mr. Pumphrey.
Yes. Oh, what a pleasant room.
Yes, I haven't given an interview for almost 10 years.
Yeah, it goes like that in our business, doesn't it?
What business?
Entertainment.
Oh, yes. And what aspect of our business are you in, Mr. Pumphrey?
I'm producing a radio series, Days to Remember, which is specifically orientated to show business personalities from the past.
Specifically orientate.
It's about the old-time entertainers, you know.
Yes, well, you better sit down. Give your head a rest.
Okay.
There you are. I'll clear the decks.
Thank you very much. Now, if I could just check on the basic facts.
Oh, yes.
You were born 1899
That's
in
correct.
Woolwich, where your father ran the local music hall.
Yeah, the old empire.
Your first stage appearance was at the age of 8 in the Wally Binns concert party.
That's right.
You later developed your own ventriloquist act.
Hey, hang on. You skipped about 10 years.
I'm just concerned with the basics at the moment, Mr. Lesley. We can always fill in later.
Oh, yes.
Now, it must have been about 1925 when you first met George Lane.
Yes.
Do you remember the occasion?
Yes.
Would you like to tell me about it?
Well, I thought you weren't interested in the details.
No, but it's an important moment, isn't it, when you first met?
Well, it was at the Met in the Edgware Road. He was opening the second half. It was always the lousy spot. I wasn't on the bill. I'd just come along to meet an old mate of mine, Charlie McAvoy.
Charlie who?
McAvoy. You do know who I'm talking about, do you?
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I smoke?
No.
Do you
No, I never touch that filthy stuff. Well, afterwards in the bar, Charlie introduced me to George.
What did you think of him?
Eh?
What did you think of him?
Him or his act?
Or both?
I didn't think much of either.
Really?
You sound surprised.
Well, surely.
He was only halfway up the bill. He needed me.
It was his idea, then, that you should team up.
It was.
I see. I hadn't realized that. But why did you agree?
Why shouldn't I?
Well, if you were doing all right on your own.
Well, obviously, neither of us knew what it was going to turn into. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Can you not remember back and say just what it was about George Lane?
No.
I see. Pity.
What makes it so important?
Well, it was an historic moment, wasn't it, when Lesley and Lane got together?
Did you ever see the act?
Yes, in Chelsea Palace.
1950. I'm surprised you remember.
Why did you never make any films?
It would never have worked. We needed an audience, you see.
I've heard an old recording.
But the Lion Tamer sketch, did you laugh?
Not much.
No, well, it had to be seen.
Yes. What decided that George Lane should be the funny man and you should be the feed?
Feed? Feed is not the word you want, young man. The act wasn't just patter. Carefully written sketches. What you might call nowadays situation comedy.
How would you have described yourself, then?
Straight man. I set it up, he got the laughs.
And what decided it should be that way round?
Well, I'd always had a deadpan act.
I see. Fine. Well, look, I'd like to come back this afternoon, if I may, and record some of your recollections.
Well, does it have to be this hard? I'd like to get my feet up in the afternoons.
Well, I would prefer it. It doesn't give me much time to edit otherwise.
Well, is there some special hurry?
I would like the show to go out next Friday. That would have been George Lane's 80th birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't help.
If you don't owe it to yourself, you owe it to history. Lesley and Lane were household words to generations.
It's all such a long time ago, I can't remember it now.
But you've told me a lot. With what I've got, I can put together a really good program. Let me come back this afternoon and use what we've talked about as a basis for a discussion, yes?
I really don't feel up to it. I'm sorry.
It's not something I've said, is it?
You're asking too much.
I'm sorry. I thought you seemed to be enjoying remembering. Perhaps you don't feel you want to talk about yourself, is that it? See, George Lane was music hall. You worked with him for 25 years. It's the end of an era.
And I'm the sole survivor, is that it?
If you can speak with such personal knowledge about how it really was. And the pain, as well as the pleasure.
Yeah. Sunday travel on slow trains, lousy digs, and the bird on Monday.
Wouldn't take long, or half an hour at most. I was going to call it Testimonial to a Great Clown.
Clowns?
No, clown.
Yeah. Testimonial to a great clown. If I agreed, I'd want to tell the truth as I saw it.
For your recollections.
All right, I will.
Great. Should we say about 3 o'clock, okay?
I'll be ready.
Super. Thank you, Mr. Lesley. Bye.
Yeah.
A woman's work is never done.
Goodness, how the morning's flown.
Time hangs heavily only on the idle.
The money came to light.
Oh, I was sure of it.
My husband had tucked it behind some papers.
Well, that's all right then, isn't it?
Have you got a minute?
Well,
It'll only take a moment.
all right.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
Oh, no, thank you, dear. I've got to give the old chap his bit of pie.
Oh.
He was supposed to come round the grapes, but he never did. I suppose he thought he'd save the price of my port and lemon.
What a shame.
Save your sympathy, girl. One of my regulars did the decent thing. He always has a tongue sandwich and he eats it in the fridge, says it loses its taste, so I keep a bit out for him special. Well, he's always on at me to have a bit of what I fancy, but Harry's usually there, so I don't. But this morning he had his chance.
Mr. Lesley's considerably older than you, isn't he?
Oh, I'm glad you can tell, dear.
Oh, I'm sorry, that must have sounded rude. I didn't...
I don't see why. Harry's 20 years older than me. About the right difference, some people say. Still, as long as you're happy, what else matters?
You're very lucky.
Lucky to be happy. No, lucky to be alive. Your happiness you make for yourself. Well, you have to, don't you?
I wonder if it's as easy now.
As when?
Well,
As when I was your age? Oh, it's always difficult, dear, wherever you are and whoever you are. Well, it's up to you and no one else.
I remember during the war when we were small, people didn't have things. Things weren't easy, but they seemed happier somehow.
Oh, you were a child. You only remember it like that. It's always hot summers to kids.
No, people were happier.
Maybe because they had something else to think about besides themselves.
Yes, perhaps that was it.
Well, I've enjoyed our little chat. I'd better go and give his lordship his bit of pie.
Sometimes one just doesn't know what to do. Still, I suppose we all feel like that sometimes.
Oh, I think so, dear. Nothing like a wee Doc and Doris to chase away the blues.
Doc and Doris?
Drink, dear. Harry Lauder used to sing about it. Bit before your time. Port and lemon works wonders for me.
Hello, Pop.
Some of us are looking after ourselves, I see.
Here, Pop.
Yeah?
I've had a visitor.
Shared the same class, did you?
I had them both.
All right for some.
Thank you, Jane.
Didn't you offer him a drink? Or was it to her?
I didn't have them until after he'd gone.
Aren't you going to tell me about it?
Oh, yes, Paul. Some radio show, they want to interview me.
Get away.
Well, why not?
Well, it has been a few years, hasn't it?
Oh, that is nice.
Well, you're not a pop singer, are you?
No, nor never wanted to be.
No?
No, making love to a microphone.
That's not nice, is it?
No, it ain't.
You know very well, Harry. If there'd been microphones in your time, you would have used them.
Not like that. Well, if you couldn't have been heard from the back of the hall, you wouldn't have been there, would you?
Maybe not.
No.
Do you want sauce?
No.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
When's he want to come?
Well, he said about 3 o'clock.
Today?
Yeah. What's the matter? What's the matter?
Well, the place wants a good clean-up.
He's coming about me not to give you a good housekeeping certificate.
How did he find you?
I don't know, do I?
What's he want you to talk about?
Underwater swimming.
You and George.
Great days of the music hall. It's pain and pleasures, he said.
What's he paying?
Would you believe it? I didn't ask.
It's unlike you.
I overlooked it in the surprise.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to raise it next time he comes, won't you?
I will.
Not used to acting as your own agent, are you?
No. Pretty old Harry Moss isn't still with us, eh? My dear boy. He'd make 'em pay.
Where he's gone to, he probably still is.
Yeah, charging 10% for passing through the pearly gates. I must say, this young fella, He's certainly done his homework.
Oh?
He said George had been 80 on Friday.
That's right. He would.
I like a potato salad.
Oh, I made it myself.
You was a bit late getting back, weren't you?
Your friend bought me a drink.
Oh.
Well, you weren't there, were you?
You know what he's after, don't you?
I expect you'll tell me.
Your potato salad. Oh, what a...
And Mrs. Lawson wanted a word.
Oh, what did she want?
Just to talk, eh?
Not her style.
Oh, she seemed depressed.
Yeah. Probably that layabout she's living with.
I don't think you should say things like that.
Why not?
It's just not kind.
Well, who's hurt by it?
You are. Oh. Eat your lunch.
Where are you, then? Where are you?
Oh, wondered if you'd be back.
You mean just now, or ever? Well, what have you got for me and my good friend?
Well, not much. I wasn't expecting you.
Only half expecting me, eh?
It's just omelettes.
Well, that'll do. Open up a tin of soup. That'll do fine.
I'm not sure what I've got.
Well, go and find out, for God's sake.
No, I've got to go.
Ah, you stay. Dotty will rustle up something, won't you, Dotty?
No, thanks all the same.
Ah, come on, I've just poured you out.
I've got a couple of things on this afternoon.
Well, hope they pay off as well as this morning, eh?
Well, let's hope so. See ya.
See you, Pete. What's the matter?
You've had quite a few.
Oh, celebration.
Well, must have been very good contacts, then.
Hey?
Pete's contacts.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, I'll show you. Hang on, where is it? How about that?
How much?
About 600 quid.
Clive, what have you done?
I've made some money. That's what I've done.